That whole book of Obadiah is talking about the so-called white man. That whole book. From the beginning to the end. It's talking about it's a book. It's a book, which is one chapter. But it's heavy. It's heavy. Alright? And like I said, it shall come down in the time of great wrath. That's all in the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? Which is known as the time of Jacob's trouble. Alright? Because there's going to be, you see what's happening in Venezuela, the cannibalism, that's coming to this side, it's coming to Canada, it's coming to America, right? It's going to be a lot worse than that. Alright? And that's what we're out here pushing. I'm gonna read a little bit of that Obadiah to show you. It's talking about so-called white man's power structure. Alright? And that book is a heavy book, man. If I have a son, I might name him Obadiah. It's a heavy book, bro. It's a heavy book. Alright, this is Obadiah, first chapter. This is water out here. You're speaking and shit out like that, bro.
How long you been out here?
What time is it?
It's about to be 6 o'clock.
Oh, 3 hours. Let's read this here. This is Obadiah. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you can remember that name, bro.
Yeah.
Concerning Edom, which is these Edomites. Right?
Yeah, okay.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent amongst the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. That's talking about the World War III that's going to be happening. Right? All right. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, man. You're starting to be despised. Starting to go, man. These like so-called white man coming from America, messing up everything, right? And the other side, Russia is really doing the same thing, but on a lower level. You know what I mean? America's doing it the worst, but they're basically doing the same type of thing, setting up their puppets and all that stuff, right? Even thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, right? They're very proud people, right? Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, right? Now, you gotta break that down, right?
Yeah.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. What's the clefts of the rock? You ever seen Lion King?
That rock where...
That's the caves, right?
Okay.
That when it says the clefts of the rocks, it's talking about the caves.
Okay.
All right. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, because when we were ruling, we were talking about, you said, well, you taught them how to walk upright. They were in the caves at that time.
Exactly.
Right?
The cold age, the dark ages.
Right?
Dark age, yeah.
So that's what you have to understand, right?
Yeah.
So, and it says their habitation is high because he was looking at this king, he's seen all these tall buildings, which is just unusual to the other kingdom. No other kingdom has that. This is another sign of the Edomites. They would have the high habitation. Right? Because in the law, in our law, in the scriptures, we ain't supposed to have buildings more than 3 stories in case of fires and anything like that. We're supposed to have something that comes out of the building so someone can jump onto it.
Okay.
That's in our law. All right? But he saw the habitation is high because no one has it. The reason why China has these buildings is because they're copying the so-called white.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Thou shalt, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. What's the American symbol? What's the Greek symbol? What's the eagle? What was the Roman symbol? Was the eagle?
Really?
Right?
Okay.
All those symbols were the eagle. All those symbols were the eagle. That's the one of the white men. Because what? The eagle represents what? It's the proudest bird. It represents pride. Right? It's a that's
it has a white head.
Well, not that, because, you know what I mean? But it represents pride.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the whole point, because it flies higher than all the rest, you know?
Okay.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down to the ground, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they have enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not have left some grapes? How art the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right, so we're searching out his hidden things right now. Right? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. and prevailed against thee, they that eat thy bread, that's talking about these other nations.
Yeah.
All right? They say that they're going to prevail against thee.
Okay.
Right? Which is talking about what? The chief city. This is talking about the chief city right now. America.
Yeah.
America's a consumer-based city. Consumer.
Yeah.
China makes hella money off of that.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're a
That's why
$1
they're
trillion
trying to cut them
debt.
off.
They're a $1 trillion debt.
Yeah.
From
China.
Their debt to China is about $1 trillion.
Yeah.
All right? And all these other nations make money on America as well, right? Because they're a consumer-based society, the most consumer-based.
Yeah.
All right? Right? And they have
money isn't backed up by any natural
anything. It's just bullshit. It's not even money.
It's just printed money.
It's not even money.
Yeah.
And that's unrighteousness which they have prescribed, man. That's what it says. Woe to him that declare unrighteous decrees.
Yeah.
That was a decree.
Yeah.
I believe it was Roosevelt who told them they started taking all the gold from the people, right? So they started taking the gold from the people, and then from there the money started devaluing.
Yeah.
Right? They started saying the prices went up. The prices didn't go up. The money went down.
The money went down.
Right?
Yeah. Oh shit. So when people think, the cost of living is getting crazy,
It's the money
that's going down.
It's the money.
The things just staying the same.
It's the same. It's always going to be the same.
Okay.
That's why it's good to invest in gold. Gold is a good investment.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't lose its value.
It never loses.
Right? A gold that's $20, right? Which would be let's say if you get an ounce of gold for $20 back then, that same ounce of gold that you get now for $1,600 can buy you the same thing that would have $20 would have bought you back then.
That's very true.
Right?
True.
Because that's true money.
Yeah.
Land is money.
Yeah. Land is money.
Sheep and cattle, that's money.
Yeah.
This paper is not money, man. It's fiat money. It's faith-based money.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? Which means people believe in it, so you can give it for money.
Yeah.
But it's not real money. All right.
Man, this show, bro.
But that's when the knowledge, man. When you clean your brain,
I know.
it's the cleaning, man. You know, it's the renewing of your mind.
Knowledge that you just get from that book.
Yeah, based on exactly.
The amount of
But
knowledge that you get
exactly.
from that book, it's just like it will change your whole view.
You can only get it from the Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah, it's true.
You can only get it from the Most High, man. You can't get it from nobody else, man. Nobody can teach you this.
It's true,
right?
Trust me, I have the same book. That's what I was asking you. That's what I was asking you.
Any
What
questions
book
you
are
have,
you?
brother? Feel free to ask. Any questions that you're ever thinking about that you want to know, feel free to ask.
I know. I have to do more research to kind of.
You don't have to take my word
That's
for
why I
it.
asked you. I'm just like, yo, which book you reading? Because I started reading the King James.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like the New Testament, Old Testament. I don't. Things don't add up there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Things are not adding up there. You know what I'm saying? They're always like going towards just one group. And that's why I really like it.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good, man. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. You know? They that eat thy bread have laid wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? So this is talking about Esau's destruction. I want to get to the point in verse 18 though.
Man,
right?
you're talking about a lot about Edom.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Edom. It's talking about the so-called white man.
Yeah.
This is his rulership, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It says he'd be ruling in the end times. It said it, man. In this book, pull it up right now. It says that Esau would be ruling. So we know that this is the end times, right?
Yeah,
Anyone denies this is the end times, something's wrong with you. What more do we need? How much more hurricanes do we need? You know what I mean? How much more hurricanes do we need? You know? The spirits are moving out here, boy. Spirits are moving out here. I don't know if we can probably rob this guy or something. Spirits are moving out here. Yeah,
Stop running.
He probably cut through on there, but you can get through there on the other side. The spirits are moving out here, man. This is 18, man. This is to show you that what the Most High is going to ultimately do with the Edomites. Because we're going to, first of all, we're going to have them enslaved for 1,000 years in the kingdom. There's so much things that you have to understand.
Yeah.
For what they did to us, the Lord said he's going to pay them back double. All this hanging, you see them in the background smiling. You see them smiling. They used to have picnics, right? Which means picnic, they just pick one so-called black man to hang.
So that's where picnic comes from?
That's where picnic comes from. They just pick one to hang. They eat around him, they laugh and take pictures. Look, you can see them. None of them don't look sad. Where's the picture? Look, so-called white men, they ain't sad. They ain't sad. All little girls smiling, chilling, smiling, taking a picture of an innocent so-called black man getting hung to death, man, and burnt, and castrated, man. These Edomites have a lot to pay for, man.
Yeah.
And that's what's coming. All right? And that's why this is going to happen. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. When it says Joseph, it's talking about the northern kingdom. Right? Joseph is another name for Ethan. Ethan is the head of the northern kingdom. Should be the Latinos, the Native Americans, right? The so-called the native tribes. It's the native tribes, right? And when it says Judah, it's talking about the kingdom of Judah. You start with the African Americans, which are the head tribe. They're Judah. African Americans are Judah. Right?
Say that again?
African Americans, the ones who the so-called Negroes, colored African Americans.
Okay, yeah.
Right? From America.
Yeah.
Right?
That were born there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right? Who were born in slavery in America. Those are Judahites. They're Judah, which means they're the head tribe of the nation of Israel. All right? All right? They are the head tribe. They're the top tribe.
Really?
And that's why they get the most critique, man, even from the other tribes.
Yeah.
Right? Jamaicans go over there, they think they're better.
Yeah.
I like those African Americans. Haitians go over there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even the Africans that come from Africa,
Oh, yeah.
let's just say the students, supposedly they put them in a room saying, yo, you don't want to deal with the African Americans. They're too different.
Yeah, I'm sure. The so-called white man does that shit.
Yeah.
He does that type of shit. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, if they're Hamites, they ain't our people anyway, right? You're not Africans, right?
Okay,
We're not Africans.
exactly.
First of all, that's a man.
Yeah.
Leo Scipios Africanus. You saying you're African means you descend from that Roman general.
Africanus.
Yeah, Leo Scipios Africanus.